Okay, here's a quick overview of how to edit items on your website from the front end of the website. Just to explain further, there's actually two ways to edit. The real administration control panel looks much different than your website, and it's located in a different directory. We'll show you more about that later. It gives you a lot of control over users, web page layout, your menus, all that kind of stuff is controlled from that. But right now we're just going to go over the quickest way to edit something on your website and show you how to log in and do that. First of all, you have to have already created an account on the website or registered, so to say, and you must already have the permission to do the changes or the editing of the website, which means you have to be listed as an administrator in the back end. It has to be done from the back end control panel. But we're going to look at someone who's already been established as an administrator, how they can edit things from the front end. So I'll click on admin login, and then we'll go down here and see immediately that we have a place to log in. And also, if you haven't registered, you can click the register button here and go ahead and log in, and then someone who is already an administrator would need to change your permissions in the background to let you be able to edit like we're going to be doing in this video. So let me go ahead and log in with Diane's credentials here. And click on login. And basically what the front end login lets us do is anything that's showing on the front of the website, pretty much, we can edit by simply going to that item, and you'll find a new icon close to that item that looks like the piece of paper and pencil that you see here. And we would click on that, and it would let us immediately edit that item. We're going to do our editing on a different page, so let me scroll to the top here, go to Job Opportunities, and I'll just show you a basic way to do it. Say, for example, we want to edit this first driver's position article. I'm just going to click on the edit button here, and one thing we want to do is, this is just a lot of just space filling text here just to show an example of what you would do. So I'm going to get rid of that for right now. You'll need to come in here a little bit later and type in or paste in your job description for this page. Right now I'm just going to put a little note, okay? Okay, put a little note, and you got several other things you can do up here in editing. We'll cover some more of that later, but if you wanted to bold this area here, you just click that and choose bold, so on and so forth. A lot of different options. You can play with those and see what they do. But anyway, they're kind of self-explanatory, so we won't spend a lot of time there. But basically, position, let's spell this right. Okay, position details coming soon. We'll talk more about adding images and things like that in another video. Right now, just explain a little bit what's going on here. Your website is driven by a database, and there's a lot of sections where things can appear in, and a lot of subcategories for those. So basically, since this is already showing on the website, it's already set up where it needs to be. And we've got a category set up for jobs, so you just want to leave the section as general, the category is jobs. Publish, you can actually turn it off by clicking no right here, and it won't show on the website anymore. So we could do that. I'll leave that up to you to decide, but this is really handy because you can put in the whole job description here for this position, and whenever Eric wants to post a position, he simply comes in here and clicks the yes button, and it reposts the information. When he's done posting that position, he would come in here and click the no button, and it takes that information off. You would still see it here while you're editing. While you're logged in as the editor, you would still see it, but on the front end, if you're not logged in, you won't be able to see that article. Okay, if you want to feature something on the front page, you simply click yes here, and it will appear on the front page, and then you can reorder its appearance on the front page by clicking on the front page area, and it will give you options to do that. The rest of the stuff here is really not necessary. There's some publishing dates and stuff like that. It doesn't really come into use on a standard website unless you have something you just want to automatically take itself off after a certain period of time. You can click on the calendar here and insert that. Okay, you want to always make sure anything you want the public to see is registered to public, and this already is. If you want something that's only visible to your employees or somebody who's logged in as a registered user, you would click registered, and that's how you would save it. If you want it to only be available to like an administrator, like if it's just the tutorials or something in the background for administrating the site, you would set it as special. So that's the explanation for the access levels that you have available. And the ordering here kind of gives it ordering on the page that it's viewed on. Like in this case, it will order everything that's listed as a career opportunity. They're in a certain order. You can click this and reorder them, but you can play with that and see how that works. It's pretty straightforward. The description, typically when you search for something on Google or Yahoo or somewhere like that, you'll typically get a list of links, and then right below those links will be like a 1 or 2 line description of a web page or where you're going to. That's what this description area is for. So you may want to type in a 1 sentence area like truck driver position open, Morgantown, Kentucky, something like that, just to get them to click on the link. And then the keywords here is a series of words that are used by search engines to find a website or a particular article. Now, for this metadata here is just for this one article. So I might want to put in words like driver. If you want to put haul, anything you think might separate. So I'm separating them by commas. That's what we want to do so it'll work correctly. Job. You might want, if you want to put more than one word in, put a single quote, and then follow it by a single quote, and you can go back to the single words. Okay, you can type in Ingram. The things you don't typically want to put in every single article is the name of your company and things like that, because that's already in another set of description and keywords that works for your whole website. So that's already on the page. This is just information for this particular article. Okay, so I'll leave that in there as an example. But basically, when you get all that done, you just want to scroll back up to the top and click on Save. And this will take it back to its original look, and now you see that we have the position here is coming soon. Everything else is pretty much hidden, and you can kind of go from there. But let's say, for example, if I wanted to turn this off, the position driver, I'm going to show you an example of that. I click back into the editor, and I'm going to go down here to the published link and click No, and I go back up and save this again. Now on the front part here, it's showing it in white in this particular case. You still may be able to see it here, but for somebody who's not logged in, you won't be able to see it. So I'll show you that real quick. I'll go to the admin login. I'm going to log out. Okay, now since I'm not logged out, it should let me view it like anybody else would view it when they're coming to the website. And you see that the first position we have is listed here as a mechanic. So that's pretty much the basic editing of the different areas of the website. When you're logged in, just go to the page and the article you want to edit, click on edit, and do your thing there. We'll be talking a little bit more about some do's and don'ts when you're doing editing. For example, you don't want to copy something out of a Word document and paste it right into this the editor for these articles. And the reason is that some programs like Word and other programs, when you copy and paste out of them, they don't just copy the text and stuff like that. It also copies some HTML code in the background, and when you paste it in here, it may make your text look all funny and stuff. So one thing you want to do if you're going to copy and paste from Word is copy it in Word, paste it into the standard notepad that's on your computer, paste it into there, and then select it and copy it, and then paste it into your website. And then if you need to add bolding or bullets or anything like that to it, you would do it in the editor on the actual website. If not, your text could come out different colors and not look right on the page. Okay, it's because there's HTML in the background that you don't typically see that it'll paste in there. And putting it into Notepad strips it of all that HTML code and lets you paste it just basic text. Okay, you should be able to work on a page for up to 30 minutes without it logging you out automatically. So do take notice of that. If you're sitting on an open page doing some typing or something for an article for over 30 minutes, and then you try to save it, it's going to have logged you out and you will have lost your work. So be sure, if you've been typing for a while, that you save it often, or that you highlight it all and copy it before you try to save it, and so that you don't lose anything in the editing. Hopefully this is helpful as a basic changing your website stuff, and we'll put some more videos up for you for different items.